Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. And man, God will deliver us. And you know, one of the things I found out, Ricky, is that sometimes, man, we have to get delivered from ourselves. Sometimes it's because we make poor decisions because we really don't know who we are. The Bible says you are fearfully and you are wonderfully made.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 10 minutes after the hour, y'all got your front page right here. It's being brought to you by...
Brought to you by Always. Always day and night pads give you up to 100% leak-free and odor-free comfort when you're laying up or laying down. Always.
Good morning, Maria. Good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's your Tuesday morning news. On Friday, Boston city officials unveiled the latest monument to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a $10 million bronze sculpture depicting the moment MLK embraced his wife, Coretta Scott King, after Dr. King learned he won the Nobel Peace Prize back in 1964. It is called The Embrace. 5 years in the work, it is the largest monument to racial equity in the country. In other news, health officials are warning that the infectious Omicron subvariant XBB 1.5 may be more likely to infect people who have already been vaccinated or infected with COVID-19. The department added that getting vaccinated against the virus, including receiving an updated booster shot, remains the best way to protect against hospitalization and death. On the West Coast, Ricky, sadly, gun violence continues. 6 people, including a 17-year-old mother and her 6-month-old baby, were killed in a shooting early Monday at a home in Central California. Authorities are searching for at least 2 suspects. Lastly, one ticket sold in Maine beat the odds of Friday the 13th, and its owner is set to claim the Mega Millions jackpot of about $1.35 billion. The ticket was sold at a gas station in the town of Lebanon, according to the Maine Lottery. Read more on these stories and other headlines at RickySmileyMorningShow.com. I'm Maria Moore, and that's a quick look at news. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
What up there, Maria? NFL playoff recap. Wild card round went down over the weekend. Exciting. How about the Dallas Cowboys going into Tampa Bay and beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 31-14. Dak Prescott pretty much shot the bird to all of his naysayers and non-believers. 5 touchdowns, 4 of them passing, and 1 rushing touchdown for Dak. Now we all sit back and wait to see if Tom Brady's going to return next season or not.
I'm going to go home and get a good night's sleep as good as I can tonight, and it's just be one day at a time, truly.
Big up to the Cowboys, man. Seattle loses to San Francisco.
Hey, Rock.
What up?
Real quick, I don't see no reason for him to retire. I mean, he's not doing bad.
Well, we know he's not going to be with Tampa Bay, so if he does play again, it'll be with another team.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I
think that man finna leave his house. You seen that mansion he built right there on the water in Tampa, Florida?
Come on, dog. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, can we shout out to the Jacksonville Jaguars? Everybody out in Jacksonville, Florida, man, stand up. They beat the Chargers. Trevor Lawrence threw 4 interceptions and still won the game. I don't even know if that's even happened before. Miami Dolphins, man, we got to shout out to them, too, because they nearly upset the Buffalo Bills with a third-string quarterback. Giants beat Minnesota, and, of course, Cincinnati over Baltimore. So, listen, this NFL playoff's going to get real interesting, man, so I'm excited. That's my quick sports report right there. Gary with the T, what's up there, Peppin?
All right, y'all. Cheryl Burke and Matthew Lawrence, y'all, they have finally settled their custody dispute, y'all. Now, they're saying that their dogs may be a man's best friend, but in the lawsuit between Cheryl Burke and Matthew Lawrence over custody of their French bulldog, Isabella, honey, they're saying that the Dancing with the Stars pro prevailed, striking a blow for dogs, also being a woman's best friend as well. Now, according to the court documents obtained by Us Weekly, they're saying Burke was awarded all ownership rights pertaining to Isabella. Now, per the court filing, Lawrence has agreed to give up any documentation or data pertaining to that pup, y'all. That is saying, y'all, with the exception of the custody of Isabella, the couple had settled their divorce last fall, at which time Burke said during an October 22 episode of her Burke in the Game episode, "I am now officially divorced." Ricky, that is so dirty. She took that dog. Now, Chili ain't going to be able to have nothing to have a part of that man, Matthew Lawrence. You know, Chili and Matthew Lawrence dating now.
Yeah, but Chili probably ain't worried about the dog.
I don't know.
I think she is.
Yeah, I think that the other lady loved the dog more. She had a relationship with the dog, you know.
Yeah, but Matthew liked
they
that
have
dog,
a court
too.
case, and the dog have to testify. I would love to hear
Okay.
let the dog take a stand.
Okay.
Exactly, honey. Baby, Miss Cheryl said, you are not taking this dog to that woman's house. So, honey, she got the dog now. So we want to see the dog testify. That would be nice, Ricky. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today is Lovebird. On the high end, you say Lovebird, and on the low end, you say Beautiful Green. That's your color for today. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, Kanye West has been dropped again, and I'm going to tell you about who up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and
that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, 29 before the top of the hour, y'all. Time for the hot spot brought to you by
Capital One Venture X Card, the travel card for people always asking, where next? Capital One, what's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details. What up, Briggity Tack?
What up, Rock T? Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Kanye West's lawyers want to take out ads to let him know that he's being dropped as a client. According to TMZ, legal docs say the Greenberg Traurig LLP claims that there's been a breakdown in communication with Kanye as they attempt to let him know they're off of the case. They say Ye apparently deactivated the phone number they previously used to get in touch with him, and as a result, the company says they're looking to use alternative means to reach him, which includes putting out ads in 2 Los Angeles-based newspapers and publishing the order from a judge, which allows them to withdraw from the case for everyone to see. That is crazy, but I guess if you can't get in touch with him no other way, I guess you got to put up billboards about it. That's crazy. Right. All right, y'all. Meanwhile, XXL is reporting that Jay-Z and Roc Nation are reportedly helping Rihanna organize her upcoming performance for the 2023 Super Bowl halftime show at the State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona on February 12th. Now, Jay-Z has served as the NFL's live music entertainment strategist since 2019 and actually signed Rihanna to Def Jam in 2005. I just think this is going to be epic. She probably going to bring the whole Fenty fashion show to the stage. It's going to be greenery and art and dancing and all kind of stuff. All right, moving on. Yesterday, y'all, Martin Luther King Jr. Day celebrities such as Viola Davis, Wanda Sykes, and Billy Porter took to Instagram to remember the late civil rights leader. On this MLK Day, let us honor the legacy of the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and remember the powerful message of equality and justice that he shared with the world. His tireless efforts and unwavering dedication to the civil rights movement continue to inspire us all to strive for a more just and equitable society. Davis wrote on Instagram. She said, let us take a moment to truly feel the weight of his sacrifice and the depth of his work and his courage, and let it inspire us to be better people, to work towards the ideals of justice and equality that he so fiercely advocated for. Oh, that's awesome. All right, last but not least, fans are remembering iconic recording artist and my friend Aaliyah on what would have been her 44th birthday, y'all. Aaliyah would have been 44. As you may recall, on August 25th, 2001, the world was shocked when they learned that the entertainer had passed away at the age of 22. The One in a Million song just passed away on an airplane accident in the Bahamas when they overloaded the aircraft that she was traveling and reportedly crashed after takeoff, and it killed all 9 passengers on board. January 16th marks what would have been Aaliyah's birthday. She's trending on Twitter, and social media users remember her timeless music videos, hit tracks, individual sense of style, and her most notable moments during her career. So happy belated birthday to Aaliyah. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, why don't y'all hit us up for them wake-up calls at 866-9-RICKY. That's 866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Johnny Hurston. Your son work up at the factory, at the chicken plant. Yes, ma'am. He worked with my boy Devereaux.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to find out what kind of sons you got over there, because he done got my boy Devereaux in trouble because they was smoking out there in the break room.
Uh-huh.
And they caught my boy with the weed,
And they asking him who he got it from, and your son ain't confessing and coming forward. Because, see, when the supervisor walked in the break room, my boy had the weed in his mouth, and your son hid his weed in his booty cheek. He tucked it in, reached around and put it in his booty cheek, and then gonna pull it back out after the supervisor left and kept smoking.
My son haven't been to work in a month, in 3 weeks.
Baby, this is a while ago, baby. He ain't been up there because he hiding from my boy. And see, baby, my son just got promoted to assistant chicken director there at the factory. They are trusting him to to direct the chickens. And with great power comes great responsibility, just like Spider-Man said. And he doesn't need that on his disciplinary file.
You know what, sir? Let me tell you. First of all, let me tell you something. I don't appreciate you calling here, number one. Number two, if you have something to discuss with my son or me, you need to call it a decent time.
Baby,
Number three, if your son is such a decent son, well, God, why was he smoking weed? Don't call here no fucking more.
Why was your son bringing the weed there? Hello?
The person you called is no longer on the line.
All right, let's call his son right quick.
Hello?
Marlon, Roy Wood Jr.
All right.
Hey, man, she went off, but then she told me, do not call again. Dude, if you could call her on three-way right quick.
Okay, hold on a second, all right?
All right.
Hello?
Hey, Ma.
Hey.
You know that man who just called you?
Yeah.
Hold on, I got him on the phone.
Friends, this Johnny Hurston, baby. I had to call your son.
Listen, let me tell you one thing. Your son needs to use some discretion on his own. Please don't have me get to arguing and cussing this time. I'm trying to refrain, but your son
I'm a man of the cloth, baby.
I don't give a damn what you is or what you said. Your son needs to exercise some self-control, and then if he does that, he can stay away from my son that seems to be influencing him. Do you understand me?
But they were smoking weed in the break room, baby.
I don't care what. They could have been smoking a f***ing tree, mister.
Baby, don't make me go to the trunk now. I done tried to be civilized.
You know what? You can go any... You can go any place you want to go, buddy. Bring it to me, okay?
I call it TD Jakes because it makes you see Jesus. I don't give a damn
what you call it. I call it put my bullet in a nigga's ass. Goodbye.
It's a practical joke. This comedian Roy Wood Jr., how you doing this morning?
For every action, there's a reaction, so I acted.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the tea and the color of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. It's being reported, y'all, that fans, y'all, were shocked, honey, to learn that Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott broke up again, y'all. But they're saying, according to a new report, Kylie walked away, y'all, from this relationship because Travis refused to put a ring on it, honey. They're saying one of the contributing factors to their most recent split is after 6 long years together and 2 children, honey. They say Travis still hadn't shown Kylie, honey, that he's 100% committed to her for life, and they're saying, honey, that she was not about to do the black woman and stay all her life and walked away.
I don't blame her for that. You know, 2 kids, 6 years, whatever. You know, she's a woman. She wants to be married, want to have a husband, and you know, you have to keep it moving.
I mean, it's got to be more to it than that. Because why wouldn't he want to marry
her? Why he wouldn't want to marry her? Because he's Travis Scott.
Shoot, I don't understand. Because she looking for him for money.
Sure not.
That's what I'm confused. But okay.
Yeah, because you know what it is, Brad.
It's got to be more, Ricky.
Them streets, them DMs, man, them chicks be out there. You know, when you're a rapper, man, you get them NBA chicks, and they be out there and it be tempting. You don't want to settle down. You don't want to get married. You lose half of what you got.
And been with her for 6 years then.
That part.
Yeah, but the relationship them probably got old to him, and you know, he want, you know, just trifling.
Yeah, and she's not about to be like her oldest sister, Chloe. Hell, Chloe's still looking around for a man.
You married to a billionaire. She done gave you 2 kids. Bro, you damn right I'm finna put a ring on it. Shoot.
Yeah.
Maybe
it ain't even about the money.
Big enough ring for her or something.
I don't know.
Oh, no.
Well, honey, she said, good day, honey. Bye.
Toodles.
So she left him, honey. So they said they probably get back together again. because they usually break up, go back together, break up, go back together. So we're going to follow this story and see how this all turns out. All right, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. Queen Naja. Y'all know Queen Naja, don't y'all, Brad? You know Queen Naja?
Yeah.
Baby, honey, she's a great singer, honey. She's one of the biggest R&B artists, y'all, of the past few years. Well, baby, she is finally speaking out. She's warning young women of the downside of getting that popular BBL surgery, honey. Now, MTO learned, y'all, that in a recent report, she explained, y'all, that she regrets getting the body-enhancing surgery. She claims, y'all, that the surgery altered her body and may have messed her up permanently. Now, she said to get an idea of exactly what happened, they're saying, Queen Naja, she had a nice butt. She talked with her boyfriend, Clarence, honey. She told him that, she was... Yeah, Ricky, his name Clarence, honey.
Oh, Lord.
She got an old one. And they said, honey, she one thing that, she was asked, what is one thing you wish you had never did? And they're saying that the beautiful singer responded, I'm scared to say this. She said, but getting fat added to my butt. Now, Queen Naja also explained that she didn't know that the doctor was going to add so much fat to her backside, and she regrets her new look, honey. And it does look kind of afflicted and what have you. So when I saw her in concert last year, she looks good though. But it's just amazing. A lot of
need to know, Gary, that men don't like all that. Little booties matter.
Yeah, but Ricky, but y'all was giving that signal out. It was out about a year or two ago when white women just all of a sudden popped up with butts and black men was running after them like, honey, like they just fell out the sky.
We didn't want it.
Yeah, well, somebody wanted something. I think it really intimidated the black woman, and she felt, well, hell, if Leroy running after her, let me go do something, I got to go make my butt bigger. And that's what she did and stuff. And now these girls regretting this, having these BBLs and stuff. So it's sad.
No, we don't need all that. No, we straight.
Yeah, honey,
if you slim or whatever, I just got a regular butt or whatever, we know it's filled with pinto beans, butter beans, black-eyed peas, cornbread, pot roast with the turkey necks. We know it's natural and beautiful. We cool with what you got. We don't need all that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, somebody need to put that out there because I'm feeling so sorry for these women that's going to do this, honey. Getting these BBLs and stuff. Then they regret it later because they could hardly sit down, honey. Could hardly wipe. It's a lot of stuff that they just can't do. So we just got to pray, Ricky.
And it's not proportionate to their legs a lot of times.
Yeah.
If it kind of blended it and looked a little more natural, but it doesn't blend in.
And the skin ones look like ants.
Right. That's a good description.
The color today, honey.
When they stand on their hind legs.
Yeah, them ants that used to be walking through the jungle following Porky Pig on the cartoons.
Yes, honey.
The big bone in their head.
The color today is lovebird. On the high end, you say lovebird, and on the low, you say beautiful green. That's your color for today.
All right, y'all give it up for Gary with the team. All right, Ricky Smiley on the show. Got the record calls. 866-9 Ricky. Here we go.
Here we go. Wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Get it together. You up this morning, slid you in your house shoes. Go and be better. Wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. Come on. On the show, want to know where you calling from. So come on and tell us and just wake up.
Good morning. This is Lorraine. I just want to wake up my entire family. I'm from Florida. I have family in New York and in Maryland. And I love you all. Have a blessed day.
Dietrich from Mississippi, the Mighty Muddy. I need everybody in the Mighty Muddy to wake up, wake up, wake up.
This is Judy Lucas from Louisville, Kentucky. I'm calling to wake up my daughter, Tamiki Lucas, my son, Ben Ray O'Neill, and I love the way Ricky loves the Lord. You all have a blessed year. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Oh, this play from Tallahassee with the bad foot. I'm calling to wake up my toe so I can go to work. Wake up, foot, wake up, wake up.
Good morning, Daddy. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Come on, Huntsville, wake up. Chattanooga, wake up. And Shreveport, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Where you at, Jackson, wake up. Savannah, wake up. And Charleston, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
All right, y'all, the segment is being brought to you by. Listen, we got the one and only Beyonce Aloysius on our morning show to give you some updates on Techie Tuesday. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, so there are so many things that I have to tell you about, I want to tell you about, but the CES show went down. Now, everything from flying cars to boats. What I'm going to focus on right now, again, is in our theme of January is health. Well, there's some really cool products out there that are coming soon, and you're going to think this is something out of the Jetsons because, you know, they have a toilet seat in which you sit on that can now take your blood pressure. So, like, if you have elderly parents or... No, listen, it is amazing. Like, you literally go to the bathroom
and take your blood pressure.
It takes your blood pressure, and then
don't
also in that
swell up and squeeze your butt together, nothing like the one on your arm.
Nope, no more cuffs puffing up and squeezing your arm and all of that. Like, you sit there for 30 seconds, and then it sends a message to your phone what your blood pressure is. It is amazing. It's actually called the heart seat, so that's something to look forward to. You know, if you're trying to watch your heart and your blood pressure and all that. Something else was very cool, kind of in the same realm. It is. You know, every morning you go bathroom, 30 seconds. I mean, we all sit there for 30 seconds at least at some point during the day.
Smart toilet.
It's the smart heart. It's the heart seat, and it's a smart toilet. Now, something else that was out there that was really cool was, so in the same realm of the toilet seat, this actually checks your urine. So it has like a urine tester right there in the toilet. And the reason they do it is because your urine can tell so many different things about you, right? It can tell, you know, if you're pregnant. I mean, that would be a surprise. If you have a UTI, if there's protein or anything going on, and it'll notify you again via phone. Even if you have a vitamin deficiency or how hydrated you are, it'll be like, alert, hey, you need to drink more water today, or hey, you know, you're looking kind of cloudy. So definitely some cool health products that are coming out. Now, for my parents, you know, Maria, when you have your kids, you have a stroller. Are you ready for an autonomous stroller? So a stroller that basically drives itself.
No, I'm not ready for
no.
that.
Right. Right. Me neither. So I don't even want to get in a self-driving car, but this was a big thing at the CES showcase as well. Now, it's not like it's going to actually drive itself with the baby in it. This is for the parent who takes the stroller out and is carrying their child. So the stroller will now follow the parent. So that way you don't have to carry the kid and push the baby at the same time.
That's different.
Yeah, so when I first read it, I was like, ooh, no, I'm not doing it. But then it actually kind of makes sense because...
Especially if in the airport.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the stroller kind of follows you. So it's something very cool as well. Now, you know, there's so many different things. There's a citizen watch that can gauge how tired you are when you need to rest. There's also a smart kitchen mixer that can tell, you know, if you're multitasking in the kitchen like Ricky does, it can tell you when your dough is ready. There's a company called Vincell's. It's a finger blood pressure. So again, we're getting back into health thing. All you do is set your finger down. It can tell you your blood pressure right there. So kind of like the pulse oximeters, trying to get people more health conscious and whatnot for your heart. So many different amazing things. And Ricky, tell me if you would do this. So you know how you have the electronic bicycles? Well, now they have electronic roller skates.
Oh, wow. Like you need help, man, please. Now you're going to be real lazy. You got to exercise those leg muscles now. Come on now.
Right. So the thought behind it is that, you know, you can skate when you want to, and then like when you get those tough hills, it gives you like an extra boost to get up. It can go about 12 miles per hour uphill, and it could take you about 20 miles distance, and you just recharge it when you get home.
Now, you know what? I would do that because sometimes, man, I get out of breath now when I'm skating because I still skate, but I get out of breath. But if I could just get some extra little push, like going around those edges, because that's where you build your speed back up to go on the straight part. You know, that crossover and that pumping. So you know that would be great.
Yeah, so, you know, just something to give you a little extra push. Well, that is your Techie Tuesday upload. More to come from the CES showcase. You know, definitely they have these new phones that are coming out. I'm going to tell you about those and more. But you can always follow me at Beyonce ATL. I'll have everything you need to know and more on there, all right?
All right, there it is. Y'all give it up for Beyonce. Aloysius. That was good stuff right there, y'all. All right, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. What up, Blacks on?
Rick.
Had a long weekend, bro. Rick. Can't call in sick every day.
No, this Darius, Rick. This Darius. This ain't on Tony. This Darius, man, and this ain't
what up?
This ain't.
Hey, good morning, Darius.
Good morning,
Black Tony.
Good morning, and Happy holiday, man.
So Black Tony
calls
you to work for him, and now you ain't coming.
He called me over the weekend, but I got threw off, man. Do you know my alarm just went off, and I'm sitting up here thinking, I couldn't believe today was Tuesday, man. I'm caught that, man. Dr. King, they threw me off. That thing threw me off, bro.
Yeah, me too.
I'm up here. I know, because
how you gonna say that, Rati? But you at work.
Yeah, but somebody had to remind me.
No,
I'm
just
thinking it's Monday.
Thank you. I'm thinking it was too, man. That's why I was tripping yesterday. I went up to that church, and I was like, man, ain't nobody up here. I was thinking yesterday was Sunday, man. I was up in that church, and I was like, I hope people ain't lost faith. And I was like, just because wasn't nobody there, and Chick-fil-A was closed, because they closed on Sunday. And then, but
the Chick-fil-A was closed yesterday, Rock?
No, but they normally close.
They close on Sundays because, and then that's why I was discouraged because, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. As the Spirit told me, if you want to get encouraged, go to Chick-fil-A, because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's something to do with the Bible. I went to Chick-fil-A and that line was so long, and I was just standing there and I was thinking, I ain't gonna make it, and then a manager came off with a Blood of Jesus red shirt and said, it ain't going to be as long as you think. And I mean, Chick-fil-A is spiritual because they'll walk with you and they'll talk with you and they know you by name and they so for sure about your blessing, they'll staple your bag and tell you to go on and don't even think about it because what's for you is for you. And I was just sitting here thinking, I know this ain't got nothing to do with one thing nor the next, but I just know this ain't gonna happen no more. And another last thing, it is Dr. King weekend, and we got to start acknowledging the black woman because I'm gonna tell you right now, Dr. King did get a day off. But what about Coretta? She could get Tuesday off because she was right there with that man. And you know,
Darren, are you coming to work, man? Are you coming to work?
Anyway, I'm gonna pray on it. But what y'all about to get into?
Critics are raving about the new stage play by first-time director Seymour Butts taking the theater world by storm. Audiences can't get enough of You Know You Too Big to Be a Sissy.
Mama, I gotta be who I am. I just need the love of another man.
The story of Alphonse, a 6'4", 260-pound former college football player who comes out the closet to marry his lover and open a high-end store that sells skinny jeans, lightweight sweaters, and glittery sneakers.
Mama understand, baby, but your daddy just can't accept it.
You damn right I won't accept it. You're just too big to be a sissy. Look at you. 6'4", 260 pounds, big, black, and ugly. You ought to be playing for the Baltimore Ravens, no?
You Know You Too Big to Be a Sissy. The heart-wrenching story of a man and his search for the answer. How big is too big to be a sissy?
Well, Daddy got to keep hiding my baby doll shoes and ties.
So you got a size 14 foot,
You Know You Too Big to Be a Sissy. Get your tickets now at www.Jim's Rims and Fashion for Shims and Chuck's Steakhouse, where we love to put our meat in your mouth.
And stop sitting down when you're peeing,
Greatest of all time. He wears skinny jeans and sweaters and sparkly sneakers. Quit sitting down when you're peeing.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, 6 minutes after the hour, Gary has the tea and the color of the day. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. I'm sure we all know by now that Kanye West recently got married to 27-year-old Miss Bianca Sononi, y'all. Well, baby, they say Kim Kardashian is not sitting down letting grass grow under her feet. It's being reported, y'all, that Kim Kardashian this past weekend, honey, made her day and spent a beautiful day, y'all, at the Pelican Bay State Prison, which is located in Crescent, California. They said, well, she spoke to the inmates in solitary confinement in order to gain insight, y'all, into the effects solitary confinement can have on their mental well-being. Now, they're saying that Kim spent the day at the Pelican Bay State Prison. They say, honey, and people said that, she had a great time. Now, she was accompanied by actor Tobey Maguire and Scott Budnick, honey, who is best known, honey, as the executive producer of the Hangover movie franchise. Now, they're saying that the trio also had a camera crew with them, honey, with Budnick previously releasing a documentary, honey, on the teenagers in the prison system back in 2016. But let me tell y'all something, honey. Don't be crazy, honey. Miss Kim Baby was looking for her new husband. Trust me.
In solitary confinement, girl?
Yes, sir, Ricky. They say the best men are in the pen. So, honey, trust me, honey. Miss Kardashian, I'm sure she was looking for her new husband. So ain't nobody mad
Wouldn't
at her.
that be a headline story?
Yeah, but, usually a lot of women marry men out the pen. I know I got a couple of homegirls lost their jobs working at the pen for dating the guys, and wound up, when they got out of the pen, they got with them.
Yeah, they find pen
when they got out. They what?
What'd you say, Rick?
And now I was just saying, when they got out of prison, they probably started treating them different.
No, Ricky, they did. They wound up leaving them. Honey, they got out of the pen, baby, and all these girls and then left. They lost their job, honey, behind a pen pal, and honey, he wound up going with somebody else, honey. So I don't know. It's a sad situation, though. But congratulations to Kim, honey. If she gonna find her new husband, honey, in the pen, do what she gotta do. All right, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. Graceland, y'all. Elvis Presley's iconic Memphis, Tennessee mansion, y'all, is going to, honey, will go to Lisa Marie Presley's beautiful 3 daughters, y'all, after her recent death. They're saying that Lisa Marie, she was rushed to the hospital on Thursday. She was 54 years old when she died. They said now her daughters, Riley, Harper, and Finley, going to receive Graceland, which is, it's a trust. And they said it was left to her. Now, Elvis left her Graceland when he died, and she, got it when she was 9 years old. They say Lisa Marie had previously indicated, y'all, that her children is going to receive the property when she dies. Now, they say it's absolutely 100% mine, she said, honey, of Graceland back in 2013. She said it will always be. She said, when it is no longer mine, it will be my children. And that is that. Wow. Now, they're saying Lisa Marie shares 2 daughters, honey, from her marriage to Danny Cole, Riley, 33, and Benjamin, who died at 27 of suicide. Her son killed himself back in 2020. Yeah. And they say she later married Michael Lockwood in 2006 and had her 14-year-old twin daughters, Harper and Finley, y'all. So there you have it. That's interesting that these young girls going to have Graceland, and Lisa Marie's going to be buried at Graceland.
Right.
That's very interesting. Rick, have you ever
on the property?
Graceland?
Is Elvis buried there too?
Yep, Elvis there too.
Yeah, she's going to be buried next to him.
Yep, on the property. Yes, honey.
Oh,
so
wow.
It was interesting how we had just saw Lisa Marie on that award show. Hell, and she was dead a day later.
Next day.
Yep, she's at the Golden Globes with her mom.
Yep.
Did she have an underlying medical condition? Did they say if she did?
That's a good damn question. Because, we got to ask Dr. Colley about that.
They said she was a little depressed after her son passed, and she never really.
Really?
What about the link between depression and heart attack?
Yeah.
That would be a good question for Dr. Collier.
Yeah, and I think she was probably on some medication too as well.
Yeah.
Because when she looked a little medicated when I saw her at the Golden Globes.
Her eyes were heavy. Yeah.
Excuse
me. Yeah.
So let's keep those.
That's really
parties.
sad, though.
It is. I think the young girls will do a good job though running it, because Lisa Marie would go visit and talk to the fans that went to Graceland.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yes, Lord, honey. Well, in my quick for free final story, y'all. 3 years ago, rapper MC Lyte, y'all, filed for divorce from after 3 years of marriage, y'all, to her wonderful husband, a man she met on Matchmake.com, and recently admitted, y'all, that he was refusing, honey, to sign off on the divorce. Well, Miss Lyte just received a legal victory, y'all. A prenup was in place, y'all, and will be upheld. As for separate property between the couple, MC, honey, whose real name is Lana Michelle Moore, is making out, y'all, like a bandit with her own music, honey.
Why you fighting a divorce if she don't want you, bro? What fighting a divorce gonna do?
I'm about to say the
if
same
she don't
thing.
want you, you can't. Not signing the papers ain't gonna make her want you.
Hello.
Yeah,
man. I don't care what she got, man. Bro, go get you a 1-bedroom apartment and a blow-up mattress and a PlayStation 5 and go to work, bro, and start your life all over, man.
Yeah, well, this is the deal, though, Ricky. They say MC Lyte keeps her clothing, jewelry, watches, and her personal effects in her possession, custody, or control, and earnings and accumulations before the date of marriage. Now, during the marriage, they're saying that the post-separation, her Subaru financial accounts in her name all furniture, furnishings, and other personal property in her possession, custody, or control. She also gets to keep her term life insurance policy. Plus, each party, y'all, is waiving their right to spousal support. So back in 2022, y'all, we broke the news, y'all, and they were talking about it, honey, how, she wishes to move on from her husband of 3 years. Now, they're saying that the Grammy-nominated rapper met her husband on Match.com. John Weiss claims, y'all, that he had no clue that he was dating someone of notoriety until a friend suggested he Google her, unquote.
Oh, wow.
He didn't know who she was, honey. He said he did not know who she was. And his friend said, girl, you better,
That's
boy,
what
you
all
better
of them
Google.
claim. That's what every last one of them claim. I don't know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all of them claim. Brad, I know you.
You
all
know,
of them.
I almost cut.
All
You
of
know
them.
Funky Fresh dressed to impress, ready to party. Don't do that.
Right.
Yes.
I don't
There
know
you
who
have
you
it.
are. I never heard of you. You're a liar.
Now, the color of the day is lovebird. On the high end, you say lovebird. On the low, you say beautiful green. That's your color for today.
Brad, why you think they be doing that? I never heard of you.
I don't know. I don't know. So you don't feel like they like you for who you are.
Right. But they be lying,
It's
though,
hard.
right?
How you not know MC Light? Come on. If you
Right.
black and you in our age bracket, you know who MC Light is. I don't care
Right.
what you say.
And then you
Whatever.
dating MC Light, you like, okay, now she dressing a certain kind of way. She got a certain aura about her.
Come on now. Come on now.
Let me Google something. Come on, bruh, please.
Yeah, I believe
Oh,
that.
y'all give it up to Gary with the T.
Get ready.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hey, listen, so I'm not sure about this new trend. People on TikTok are encouraging us to stop giving our bosses a 2-week notice when you're ready to quit. Just leave with 0 notice. Now, the argument is companies don't give you a 2-week notice when you're fired or laid off. So why help them out, right? So just so they can have time to replace you, which is low down. But
Okay.
What you think, Brett?
I think that the hashtag, the 2-week notice, has been trending, right? So a lot of young people seem to be on board. Now, a few even claim that they did it after the trend went viral. Now, the counter argument is you're being a jerk for no reason. Now, if there's no reason, you can't stay on for 2 weeks, fine. But why burn a bridge if you don't have to?
I agree with that, Brad. And, people are supporting the trend. They might also regret it one day, especially when you need a reference. A lot of hiring managers, they check social media these days, and they might not want to hire somebody who openly left their old boss hanging.
Yeah, so what is the worst way you quit a job, and did you regret it later on? Brett, when you working at Foot Locker?
No, I worked at merry-go-round for a couple days.
Now what happened with that?
I ain't feel like it no more. I just had to leave.
You work? Well, hold on.
A couple days.
Just one damn minute. You work in the premier job. That is like the elite job in the mall.
Well, I walked out with a whole
merry-go-round.
gang of Carl Kanai stuff.
I do. I couldn't come back then.
Boy, you low down scoundrel.
I know. I was young.
Right. Now what about you, Gary?
Oh.
What about
Well, I had a couple of jobs, but now the job that I really, no.
Well, they ran you off.
Tell them about that one.
Yeah, you had 2 of them you got ran off from.
Yeah, I got ran off from Wendy's because, of course, I had my breakdown. But then the other one, when I worked at the health department, I resigned. I quit because I wanted to go to broadcasting school full time. So I just resigned from it.
Now what happened at the radio station?
Look, you. Nothing happened at the radio station.
before you went to work for Steve Harvey, before you came to work for this show, what happened at the other radio station you was working for? What's his name, Rock? What's his name over at?
Don't tell us, Gary. Don't tell us. Just forget it.
They run Kid Credit program.
Look. Anyway, what happened at that job? And
Well,
at
they
the time
got
I
you
was,
on camera.
at that,
You
and I
working for
was working
George.
for. No, I was
Yeah,
working
George.
for Steve.
Yeah, what happened?
but-
Why George fire you?
Well, George was the GM, but I was working for Steve at the time, and I gave away. It was what was it, Ricky? Was it a beeper or something? A camcorder? Because it was something back in that day. But anyway, a listener, they had a listener that just couldn't win anything, so I just gave them that camcorder, And honey, and they
you went back in the production room and got the camcorder.
I went back in the production room, exactly, and I gave them the camcorder because I felt bad for the person because they couldn't win anything. So I gave them the camcorder. The person was happy and stuff and whatever. Well, later on that day, they decided they wanted to rewind the camera. Said that I stole the camcorder. I didn't steal that damn camcorder. I gave it away.
Okay,
So,
did you take pictures with her? Say this lady won the camcorder because you know they had them camcorders for somebody else. That's allocated to the call us up if you want to win a such and such camcorder.
Yeah, well, but I mean that person was there all morning. They could have gave the lady something, so I gave her the camcorder. So nevertheless, honey,
That was your good Judy.
No, it was just a lady, just one of the listeners.
She took it home for you.
Yeah, okay. One of the listeners there.
One of his fraternity sisters.
No, that was one of the listeners there. But nevertheless, honey, I came back the next day to work and put my fob to the door, and it didn't work. They turned my fob off.
Water was cut off.
So I couldn't get in the station.
That's how they do it. Rock, they didn't run you out of Foot Locker?
Nah, man, but I was working at a job. I was stocking boxes at a grocery store. And then
Which one?
This other dude, it was Winn-Dixie at the time. And this other dude asked me to quit my job to come help him with his landscaping business. So I did so. He promised me he was going to pay me half. So I found out he was shortchanging me. So I quit. But then I didn't regret it because that motivated me to start my own landscaping business.
Right.
And I went and I started doing better than him.
It made some money. Maria, you never got ran off or quit?
I quit over a raise not being on my check. And I sent out a mass, send all email. It was $1 missing out of my check, and I was so petty. And I sent it out to everybody in the office. Yeah.
Oh, Lord. All right, y'all get on us 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKEY. Hit us up. We got some calls, Dane. All right, let's go. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Who's this?
Well, yeah, the worst work, I quit a job one time. I quit a job because I told them I was becoming a comedian and actually became a comedian and then came back and got booked at that job. And then everybody was like, what the hell? They fired you to come book you back? No, no regrets. It was actually kind of cool.
When I was in college, I worked at Belk at Brooklyn Mall in Birmingham, and I had my wisdom teeth pulled, and my managers just kept trying me. So I was like, you know what, let me just send an email. And I was just like, ask the store manager, ask the HR manager, ask the assistant store manager, ask the department manager, ask the floor manager, just ask everybody because I'm in college, and this is y'all's full-time job. No, they ain't going to be able to do it.
I was training for a new job. They made me mad, so I told the trainer I was running to the bathroom, clocked out, and went home. I do not regret it at all because I ended up with the job that I got now, and I made 3 times more than I was making then.
The worst way I quit was a job was giving me a hard time because they told me I could pick my kids up on my lunch and have an extra 20 minutes, and then they started tripping on me, and for that they only gave me a 10-cent raise. So I made a fake bereavement and got 5 days off, and I did not return when I was supposed to return. And no, I do not regret it at all.
I'm about to do it right now. I'm a bartender, and I slave all the way to 2 o'clock in the morning, and they don't care. As long as I'm selling their liquor, slinging their drinks, they don't care. I make $2.13 an hour when things are slow. And then they want me to mop floors and all this stuff, and I say, hey, good job, or thank you. So you know what? I found another job, and I reached my breaking point. I'm doing it for everybody else. Those that can't afford to quit. I'm quitting for them.
Deuces.
Hey, good luck with that. Quit on that.
Okay.
Hey, that's right. You quit on the radio. That's awesome. All right, y'all. If you couldn't get through, hit us up at Rickey Smiley Official. That's Rickey Smiley Official. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is about that time. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. Jeff, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rick. How are you, brother?
Man, blessed, man. Had a great Dr. King weekend. Shout out to everybody in Bessemer, Alabama. Thank y'all for letting me be the keynote speaker for your King celebration. The mayor, the city council, everybody in Bessemer. It was awesome. So that's how my day went. It was just a blessing to be there.
Yeah, I did 2 days of service in Baltimore, and I enjoyed this holiday. What I started doing, man, was I started trying to find things I did not know about King before. And I've done a lot of study, but because I get tired of hearing "I have a dream" over and over again. I understand the historical relevance of it, but even when I think about the drum major instinct and the speech against the war in Vietnam, which really personified not only his evolution in how he thought about the work, but really the reason he was assassinated. I always want to make sure that I take the time to try to learn more. But, man, you know what I'm most excited about today, brother, is tomorrow we will inaugurate only the third elected black governor in the history of America in Maryland. Wes Moore will be inaugurated tomorrow, and, I mean, he's my friend. He is my frat brother, but more than that, I am just excited that, you know, we had Governor Wilder, who was the first elected black governor in the state of Virginia. We had Deval Patrick, who was second in Massachusetts. And we had a black governor in New York for a minute, but he wasn't elected. So there have been 4 sitting black governors now with Wes Moore, but only 3 that were elected. And one of the things that Governor Moore was adamant about, they're going to begin tomorrow's ceremony, Rick, at the docks in Annapolis where the slaves were brought in to the state of Maryland. And he is just saying that, listen, we are because of them. And just up the street is the capital of the state of Maryland. And he will be starting at the docks to commemorate those men and women, our ancestors, who came into the state of Maryland, not even able to run for office, let alone to be governor. I'm excited about that. The second thing that I'm excited about is, in this day and time, man, of just political ideologues, I'm excited the precedent that Governor Moore is going to set, because his entire campaign was just about work, wages, and wealth. And, right. Rick, you and I both know work, wages, and wealth isn't about race. It's not about party. It's not about all of this madness that we see so many elected officials arguing about. It's about how do we create more opportunity. And I think that what we're going to see in Maryland through this governor can be a example of what we see in states all over the country and cities all over the country. And last but not least, man, I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it plainly. I also love not only the inspirational moment, but the fact that, listen, when we have black elected officials, we have black first families. And right. Dawn Moore, who is going to be the first lady of the state of Maryland, is equally as brilliant as Wes Moore. And their children, Mia and James, just represent, I think, what we want to continue to see in states and cities all over the country as we look at the growth and evolution of black leadership. And so some people say, what does this in Maryland have to do with where I am, where I live? We know that if we have great models of leadership that are people of color, that we support them and we hold them accountable, that they move to create great change and great progress, then it becomes a model for us in other states. And so I really hope that we will celebrate Wes Moore's not only inauguration, but his leadership, that we will look to this administration as a possible model for how not only we mobilize and get other people of color elected statewide. Because in 2023, Rick, it makes zero sense that we've only had 3 elected black governors.
Right.
Running statewide and winning statewide is incredibly difficult. And so there is a model here that I hope that we look at for other states. But more than that, I'm celebrating my brother, my frat brother, my friend, my governor, Wes Moore, and his family. And more than that, want to work to make sure that we leverage things here in the state of Maryland to be a model for other states. Those are 3 things I got, brother. Love you, man. Have a fantastic Tuesday. I'll talk to you on Thursday.
Hey, love you too, Jeff. Thank you for everything that you do, man. Appreciate that, man. Rickey Smiley, the morning show. More coming up.
Fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Jesus.
Twan 360.
Oh, man, Rickey Smiley, the morning show right here. It is time for Fix It, Jesus. Y'all give it up and show your love right now for the one and only Twan 360. Good morning.
Yes, indeed. Good morning, Ricky. In today's Fix It, Jesus, 2 females, one with a prosthetic leg, they were involved in a physical altercation over the weekend that resulted in the artificial leg coming off. One of our listeners, Pee-wee, is being accused of removing this fake limb. Now, get this, Ricky. Pee-wee claims that he was only attempting to break things up when a woman identified as Brianna, in fact, pulled off this wooden leg. Now, before we turn things over to the Lord, online users want to get to the bottom of who actually pulled the leg. Was it Pee-wee or Brianna? Take a listen to this.
Let me put my leg on. What the f? Come on, I got you. All y'all horrible for that shit. Pull my leg off. Pee-wee. Pull my leg off.
I ain't pull your leg off.
Yes, pull my leg off. Pee-wee, pull her leg off. Pull my leg off. Come on. Why you going back? Why y'all wait till she get out? Why y'all wait till she get out? Come on. You wait till her leg come off, then you get out. Pull my leg off. Pee-wee, pull it off. That boy. Pull Pee-wee.
I ain't pull your leg off. Chill, yo. I ain't hit no girl, bro. I didn't pull your leg off. Brianna did. Brianna did it.
So y'all need to hit us up and let us know who pulled the leg off, Pee-wee or Rihanna, and other.
This ain't real.
Wow.
You got to be pulling my leg. You know what? See that?
Yeah. It's one. Let everybody know how they can see the video.
Go to my Instagram page right now, Twan the Don. That's TOINETHEDON.
So Twan, I have a follow-up question. Did she get the leg back?
Ricky, she got the leg back. We just trying to figure out who pulled the leg off.
And that's between Pee-wee and Rihanna.
Yes, sir. We trying to get down to the bottom of it.
And how can they see the video where they can decide?
At Twan the Don. Just search at Twan the Don on Instagram.
Thank you so much, man. That's it for our segment of Fix It Jesus. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Mr. Thomas.
Hey there.
Man, Mr. Thomas. Man, all my friends was talking about you, man. My friend Sleepy turned 50, had his little birthday celebration.
Right.
And they all was talking about, they love you, Mr. Thomas. I didn't know you had fans out there like that.
Yeah. Everybody love me. Folks love me. Folks be talking to me every time I go out there and run my errands. Folks stop me all the time.
And they tell you they hear you on the show, Mr. Thomas.
Yep. He said, I hear you on the radio. And I said, what you were talking about? What show you talking? He said, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. I said, oh, yeah, that's what I do. You know, man, talking to those jitterbugs. Everywhere I go, I talk to jitterbugs, talk to these nice, beautiful ladies, talk to the fans.
Right. And I heard y'all had a hell of a party down at the American Legion Sunday night.
Sunday night was crazy. Folks were even the line all out the door, but that's when I knew it. I threw on my snakeskin shoes, and they let me and Maestro to the front. We ain't waiting line behind nobody.
And you had on snakeskin shoes. Now, what kind of suit did you have on? Suit or pants? What you had on?
Yeah, the nice little slacks I got from the mall. Stopped at the mall to the outlet, and put those crease on there so sharp. Stopped at the outlet and put crease in my pants so sharp.
And what Maestro had on?
Maestro had on his linen suit, right? And he had some open-toe sandals. But somebody must have. We Maestro walked to the club and he fell off the curb because he didn't know we was on the curb. And, and popped his buckle off his sandals that was right on the outside of his ankle. Open-toe sandals. That's around it. The buckle done came off. Maestro ankle hurt, but Maestro, you know the buckle be around the ankle.
Right there the ankle on the side.
Yeah, it's right there in the ankle. So you got a little cut on that. But the American Legion, they got an office. We went over there and got some of these little medicine kit. Maestro had a Band-Aid. Put it over there with a buckle there. The Band-Aid with a buckle on the outside of his ankle.
So his ankle had a little cut in his ankle, and the buckle popped off the sandals.
Yeah, the edge of that buckle cut his ankle. They got a little gash on that too. Don't wear them damn open toe damn sandals. But he wanted to wear it because it matched his linen set. That's what he wanted to do.
Oh, he had a linen. Now, what color was the linen set?
It was camel brown.
Well, the pants matched the shirt, and that outfit come in a pack together.
Yeah, it come in a pack. It came in a pack like Fruit of the Loom. But it took Maestro ironed his linen suit, and by the time he got in my car, it got wrinkled again.
And so it was all older people at the party. Wasn't no young jitterbugs in there because they
There wasn't no jitterbugs in there. It was grown folks, real grown. You couldn't be young in there. You had to have ailments to get in. You got to have ailments to get in. You got to have high blood pressure. You got to have bad blood sugar. You got to have thyroid.
So they got a line where they can check all that to let y'all. If they don't have none of that, they can't get in.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yes, sir. Lucidapril Sundays. That's what they call it. Lucidapril Sundays.
Hey, Rob, imagine going to the club. They got to prick your finger to see if you got hypertension.
That's right. You can't get in here and nothing wrong with you. You got to have something wrong with you. Yeah.
I know that's right. And what song you want to say? We're going to play your song. What you want to say to all the young kids out there that's on drugs, and we got to get these kids off drugs.
Yes, sir. It's a song right there that just changed the world.
Let them know, Mr. Thomas. You know what?
You know it. You don't have to do that.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Rickey
Mr. Thomas.
Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, your Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Got your front page right here. Good morning, Maria.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's your Tuesday morning news. The White House acknowledged 5 more pages of classified documents found in President Biden's Delaware time as VP. Now, over the weekend, Republicans asked the Biden administration to hand over a list of all the visitors at the president's home since he took office. The White House responded saying there are no visitor logs. His personal residence is personal. Speaking of Biden, Ricky, he spoke from Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta, becoming the first sitting president to deliver a Sunday sermon from the historic church where King served as pastor until his assassination in 1968. Sadly, tragedy struck on the MLK holiday in some parts of the country. 8 people were shot on Monday at a block party in Fort Pierce, Florida, where the community was gathering to celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Now, this incident marks the 30th mass shooting in the country this year. So far in 2023, the U.S. is averaging about 2 mass shootings per day. In tech news, Taliban officials and supporters are said to be buying up blue check marks under Elon Musk's new Twitter guidelines. Outrage is building as Musk is being accused of aiding in the spread of hate and terrorism. Now, Musk is also under fire for a tweet about taking Tesla private for $420 a share, which caused many investors to lose money. Lastly, Ricky, and you may have heard about this over the weekend, the neighborhood of Oak Cliff near Dallas, Texas, was on high alert on Friday when zoo officials said a leopard had escaped from the Dallas Zoo.
I'll be damned.
Man. Yeah.
Is that
Go ahead. What'd you say?
Right here, is that the Dallas Zoo?
Yeah, that's the Dallas Zoo. They got the lion with no mane.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, they said that the leopard, mm-hmm.
You did say it did what, Maria?
They said leopards in a rare monkey species escaped. So they had the whole neighborhood, Oak Cliff, on high alert, saying, if you see a leopard in the street, a monkey, rolling down the street, just watch out. Yeah.
They done caught that leopard and he in somebody's backyard tied up to a tree.
You already know. He chained up.
That leopard over there, Oak Cliff, off of Martin Luther King with a Newport in his mouth. They probably had that leopard in the Martin Luther King parade. Now that gorilla, we don't know what that gorilla meant, or whatever. The gorilla probably, I don't know. We don't know what happened to it, but we know what that leopard had. I don't want to say I had a joke, but it would have been bad.
I know. I hear you pausing, Ricky. Well, that's what I have for you in news. You can check out these stories. Go ahead.
Y'all know what that gorilla had, Rocky, and what he doing.
You know what?
Where he is.
Read more on these stories and other headlines at RickySmileyMorningShow.com. I ain't fooling with you this morning, Ricky. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
2nd and 10. Prescott protected. End zone caught. Touchdown. Dalton Schultz.
Yeah, man. Dallas Cowboys bodied the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last night. Dak Prescott pretty much shot the bird to all of his naysayers and non-believers. He had 5 touchdowns on the night, 4 of them through the air, and 1 was a rushing touchdown. Now we're sitting back waiting to see if Tom Brady's going to return next year and play or not. And here's what he had to say about that.
I'm going to go home and get a good night's sleep as good as I can tonight and
It's just been one day at a time, truly.
If Tom Brady decides to come back and play, my predictions it'll be either with the Las Vegas Raiders or the Miami Dolphins, because I think Tua should retire because of health reasons. That's just my opinion. What's up, dog?
Is that a gorilla? That gorilla went to Dallas Love Fair Airport and caught a flight and went to the Tampa Bay game.
49ers beat Seattle, man. Jacksonville Jaguars. What up, J-Ville? They beat the Chargers. Even though Trevor Lawrence threw 4 interceptions. I don't think that ever happened, man. And shout out to the Buffalo Bills beating Miami. Miami almost pulled the upset. Giants beat Minnesota. And, of course, shout out to the Cincinnati Bengals for beating the Baltimore Ravens, man.
Hey, Gary. That gorilla called this chick that he had been talking to while he was locked up.
Okay.
They gone. They not in Texas.
Baby. They got on Miss SWA, honey. And flew on to Florida.
Oh, man.
Fun in the sun, baby.
Gary.
Yeah.
She had him an outfit laid out and everything.
Yes.
Him and that leopard got together.
Baby, they had the last linen outfit ready, honey.
I'm finna write a whole new Shawshank Redemption.
My Lord.
Get busy. Gary, get busy living or get busy dying.
Okay. Baby, they out.
Oh, man.
Man, go on, man. I'm over here sweating.
Baby.
That's all
I done put a whole movie. I done put a whole movie in my head, man. I can't even, man, go on. What we got? Brett, what's up, Brett?
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
This segment is being brought to you by.
Make sure you catch I Hate the Homies podcast with yours truly, Rock Teasy for Sheezy, and the homies Super Dave and Griff for laughs and sports with the homies. And of course, check out Amanda Seals' daily podcast, Culture Download, everywhere you listen to your podcast, urban1podcast.com. What up, bringing tickety tack?
What
did they
get up, Rock T?
This is what I'm thinking. Baby, that was Glorilla waiting for the gorilla. Baby, she was waiting, honey.
Go ahead, Brad.
We listening, Brad.
Yes, baby.
Why the damn gorilla ID said Andy Dufresne?
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I'm your girl, Brad Tat.
It's waiting for them giraffes to come out.
And this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Reality TV stars Todd and Julie Chrisley are scheduled to report to federal prison on Tuesday. That's today. The Chrisleys, mostly known for their reality TV series Chrisley Knows Best, were found guilty last year of conspiring to defraud banks and the IRS out of millions of dollars. Last week, the couple asked the judge to keep them out of prison on bond while they appealed the tax evasion and bank fraud conviction, and the judge denied their request. Now, both Chrisleys are due in prison by 12 o'clock on today. Todd Chrisley is to report to a medium security prison in Pensacola, Florida, while Julie Chrisley is to report to a medium security prison in Marianna, Florida. Two prisons are about 145 miles apart from each other. Wow, well, how y'all feel about that? The Chrisleys going to prison. Wow, I would have never thought.
Me neither.
It's like the terms are changing. The Chrissy's going to prison. That gorilla got out.
Yes.
I knew it.
Yes, honey. He said, baby, I'm going to meet you, Charles.
Ooh, 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
Boy, I told y'all. Well, they got mad, Brett. I'm sorry, Brett. They got mad at us because we were cracking jokes. We had been cracking jokes on the Dallas Zoo for years, and they got mad at us, and they wrote the radio station.
They did.
What they say?
They was mad because we've been cracking on. Everybody know if you go to the zoo, you got to go to Fort Worth Zoo. But the Dallas Zoo would be struggling. Whew.
Yeah, they got them I ain't
They
gonna
don't have a snake. They had a snake skin belt in that cage, and they wonder why the kids got mad.
Just don't bring up the giraffe.
Gary, Gary, they had a 5'8" giraffe. Hippopotamus on crack. They thought the hippopotamus was a great thing. He had lost all that weight.
You know what? No. You know what?
And they said the lion had a receding hairline.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us.
It's Talk It Out Tuesday with licensed professional counselor Unetta Spring.
All right, y'all, let's Talk It Out Tuesday on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Y'all, please help me welcome licensed professional counselor Unetta Spring. I'm so excited to have you this morning. It's January and people are trying to get it together, and I know you got some stuff for us this morning. Unetta, what's happening?
Yes, what's happening, Ricky? I'm so glad to be here. And today I want to kind of get into, our theme is New Year, Same You. And I want to get into this coming to therapy for the wrong reason. As a therapist, I personally feel like, we can meet people where they are. So even if you show up for the quote-unquote wrong reason, we can work with it, right? And we can reset and refocus and make sure you're getting what you need. So it's not necessarily how you show up or why you show up, but how you show up once you get there. So when I say coming to therapy for the wrong reasons, I mean, sometimes people come to therapy because they've been pressured to be there, right? Yeah. Or, someone has said, like, if you don't go to therapy, or if I'm not talking about life-threatening issues, or if safety is a factor, you have like a serious chemical imbalance and you need to be regulated or stabilized. I'm not talking about stuff like that. I'm talking about like pressure from maybe family or your partner or things like that. So one thing I want to point out is that research supports that mandated treatment is less effective than voluntary treatment, right? Right. So mandated treatment can provide some external motivation. But typically, when we're looking at lasting change, we have to be intrinsically motivated. And that basically means I'm motivated from within. Okay, right. So this is something I want to do. Anything y'all can think of some like wrong reasons why we could want to come to therapy?
Some people come for medication.
Like for real?
Yeah. Come to lead up so they can get.
Like in
Yeah, they come to get medication. They'll come sit up there and talk all day, long as you prescribe them pills at the end of the day.
I'll say what you need to hear.
They
will. Along with them doggone Percocets.
Oh, so like a dependence type form, or like to serve their addiction. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Or people pleasing
okay.
also is another one, just trying to look good in front of other people, trying to please others.
Well, I go because I have to.
Yeah.
So, I don't go.
Yeah. And it's not, but that's an internally motivated thing. You know what I mean? From you. So it's various factors, and it's something we could talk about all day. But there's something called the self-determination theory, and this suggests that we as humans have three basic psychological needs. That's autonomy, competence, and relatedness. So we need autonomy. We need to feel like I have a choice, right? That's important for us. We need to feel like we are competent, like I can do this. And all of these factors are important when you're looking at going to therapy. And then relatedness. We need to feel connected to our therapist or feel like we belong there. And if any of those things aren't present, it can really impact our success, in the therapeutic setting. So for folks who were possibly pressured to go to therapy, and then maybe you go there and you recognize it's helpful, I want to share 3 things you need to stop expecting from others when you start therapy. All right. So the first one is affirmation. We got to be able to see that we've changed. I know that sounds harsh, but therapy is for us. Therapy is for you. And if the only reason why you're going is so somebody else will approve of you, you could be setting yourself up for disappointment. The next one is forgiveness. Really stop expecting people to forget like past indiscretions just because you're in therapy. Therapy does not magically expunge you from the hurt that you've caused people, right? So you have to allow people to have their process. And if they're hurt because of your decisions, like that won't magically go away. And then the last one is immediate results. We have to stop expecting things to be easy or change quickly because it's a process and it takes time, once we start therapy. So I just wanted to share some of those things to kind of look out for, because I feel like, we can gain a lot from therapy, but we really have to go in thinking internally, like being intrinsically motivated and not so much trying to control other people through our experience with therapy.
Oh, man, that was good. That was awesome, y'all. And ladies and gentlemen, Counselor Yanetta Spring, and of course, it's not Talk It Out Tuesday segment, is not meant to replace actually going to therapy, but it is a good start. You can always get more information on Yanetta's website, groundbreakerstherapy.com. That's groundbreakerstherapy.com, or on Instagram at groundbreakerstherapy. Y'all give it up for the one and only Counselor Yanetta Spring. Hey, thank you so much, Yanetta. Have a great day.
Hey, no problem at all. You too. Bye-bye.